guys, it's been a hot minute since I've done a meal prep video, so I thought that I would do that today because I'm prepping all my meals for work. It is Wednesday, June 8th, and it's actually my birthday. I am officially 30 years old now, and I spent the day, I went to the gym this morning, and then I spent the day with one of my friends, Abby, who took me out. We went to Paige's, which was in one of my previous vlogs, and we got chicken and waffles, and we had like a cucumber lime mojito, and it was delicious. Then we were on the hunt for a cupcake place, and the only cupcake place that we could find I've had before, and I didn't really like it. I thought they were not very good, so we searched and searched, and then we ended up at TCBY and got some froyo. And then we went walking around the outlet mall, and then I came home and I got this from my mama. She sent me some flowers with some balloons. So yeah, I'm off to work. I have to work the weekend, so it's the start of my hitch, and I thought I would show you what I'm meal prepping today. Keeping it simple. I've pretty much been on a diet break since I went to Connecticut. So I've got some, this is beef chuck tender steak. This is chicken. This is ground turkey breast, asparagus and broccoli, and sweet potatoes. So I'm keeping it pretty simple. And then I forgot to get tuna at the grocery store, the canned tuna. But I do have some of these packets, which I don't know if I'm going to have one or two of these, but not bad for on the go. Not ideal, but not bad. So anyway, yeah, I've been kind of on a diet break since I went to Connecticut, and just wanted to enjoy myself because starting Sunday we are jumping back into prep because I will be, I think, 10 weeks out from my August show. And so yeah, I don't want to be super bloated or anything like that, so I'm just kind of getting back to the clean way of eating that I'm supposed to be doing. And yeah, I will just kind of let this footage play out, and I'll show you how I prep my meals. So in each one of these, I'm doing 3 ounces of sweet potato. Some of them were a little bit more than 3 ounces, but as long as the total is 9 ounces, so 3, 6, 9, that's all I really care about. So I'm doing sweet potato and asparagus and broccoli, and then I'm gonna do about 3 to 4 ounces of one protein for each thing. Okay, so I weighed out 4 ounces of each protein. I'm not really counting vegetable or the asparagus and broccoli. I've accounted for 2 ounces in each meal, but whether it's 2 ounces of asparagus or 2 ounces of broccoli, essentially all the macros are the same, so I'm just gonna weigh out 2 ounces of whatever vegetable. checking MyFitnessPal, and for the chicken and the turkey, I allotted 5 grams of coconut oil for each meal. And let me just double check. Yeah, so I'm going to pour that on there. Okay, so as you can see, that only took me like literally less than 5 minutes. Once I had all the meat and veggies prepped to portion it out, granted this is just for one day, but I'll be home on Friday, so I'll just be eating like as I need it, so I don't need to pre-portion it. And then for my 4th meal, I am making, or I'm having a packet of tuna with a salad that I've already prepped in there. And then I'm gonna make a zucchini waffle, so I'll show you that. And then for my last meal will be an egg white omelet. So I'm going to pack these up and then I will show you how I make my zucchini waffle. Okay, so to make the zucchini waffle, you need your protein, you need your zucchini, you need an egg, some oatmeal, and some baking powder. So first thing you have to do is shred your zucchini. So sometimes I don't measure, but since I'm tracking, right, for tomorrow, I'm going to use 2 ounces of zucchini. So, just going to grate it. Okay. That is about 2.5 ounces of zucchini grated. Put your egg. You can use egg whites, but I find that the texture is better with a whole egg. And then the amount of oats, I just play around for my carbs. So tomorrow I am using 25 grams, which is pretty much a half a cup. So I put 25 grams. In there, and then 1 scoop, I'm using the Diametize casein in vanilla. You can also get this at rocksolidsupplements.com, and I'm just using 1 scoop, which is 33 grams. I don't always measure it, but for whatever reason, this scoop usually comes out to way more than 1 serving if I fill up the whole scoop, so I just kind of measure it. Okay, so that was 35. 33. Okay, and then you need 1 teaspoon, or half a teaspoon, sorry. One half teaspoon of baking powder. And that is it. And then you just add water for consistency, and I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Okay, so I've added a lot of water in here. So this is about the consistency that you're looking for, kind of like cake batter. Casein is a little bit different than regular whey protein. It is going to be a thicker batter. So you want to have your waffle maker preheated. Spray it with some cooking spray. And then you throw it in there. just wait for it to cook. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's done. Unless you have a really small waffle maker, it's not going to fill up the whole thing, but it will fill up most of it. Let me show you what the other side looks like. You can let it cook for as long as you want, but usually I find that it's pretty well done. Hang on, I don't think I'm going to do this holding the camera. Let's see if that works. Okay. So I usually try to flip it and then let it kind of cool a little bit on the other side, but look how golden. Hear how crunchy that is? Seriously guys, it's amazing. This is a really, really big waffle maker. When I make this in the waffle maker at work, it's a much smaller one, and I can usually get about 2 or 3 waffles out of this. So be careful if you make this first. You don't want to overflow your waffle maker because that is a huge mess. So I'm making this for in the morning, and I'm actually going to put it on a like cooling rack so it doesn't get soggy. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be eating in the morning for breakfast. Like I said, I really just like the portableness of the waffle, and honestly it's everything that I'd be eating anyway. I was eating just regular zucchini in oatmeal just to add for volume, but it's in the form of waffle, and who doesn't like waffles? So that's what I'm doing, and I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who has texted me and called me and wrote on my wall and wished me a happy birthday. It really means a lot to me to hear from all of you guys, even if we don't talk all the time. It's nice to hear that you're thinking of me, so I really appreciate it, especially right now when I'm here by myself. It really makes me feel loved, so thank you so much guys, and I will see you in my next clip. Morning guys, it is Friday, it is 5 a.m. and I just got done at Planet Fitness doing my cardio, waiting for my car to unfog because it is now summer and it's 70 degrees in the freaking morning. So got up at 3:30, had all my food packed yesterday as you saw, and then came to the gym. So today is my first day tracking back, so I'm trying to be good. I didn't do any lifting, just did an hour of cardio, and then right now I'm drinking that Super Greens on my way to work. I'm going to try to do intermittent fasting and making my window of eating a lot smaller. Normally I would be eating right now, but I find that I'm so hungry because I start eating so early. You know, does that make sense? So when I get to work, I'm gonna shower and everything, so I'll be eating my first meal around 8 instead of 5. And then I try to be done eating by, you know, 5 or 6. So that's my plan, and I will talk to you guys in the next clip. What up guys? So it's been a little bit since we talked. I think the last clip I filmed for you was Wednesday, which was my birthday, and it is now Tuesday night. Hi Jersey. So it's now Tuesday night. I worked all weekend, and I just got, well, I got home from work today around 8. And I went to the gym, and I got back and I ate my post-workout meal, and I was still hungry, so I ate my zucchini waffles that you have seen. But anyway, I wanted to just chat a little bit because my plans have changed. First of all, I want to talk about what prep has, Jersey wants to talk through my video, what prep has meant to me, and I've been gone for a while, clearly, so she's a little needy right now. So anyway, when life gives you lemons, on my birthday, I woke up, well actually I got home at like 1 a.m. because we had some work training, and so I got home at 1 a.m. and my air conditioner was running, but it wasn't cold, and so I was texting my partner because I knew he was still up, and asking him kind of what else I could do, and we tried a few things and still didn't work. So it was 78 degrees in my house, which is freaking miserable, and I couldn't open the windows because it was raining and so humid outside because I live in Charleston. And so I woke up the morning of my birthday, and I texted my landlord and told him kind of like what was going on. He said he would be over in a few hours. So I went to the gym, I came back, he fixed it, and then I went to have lunch with my friend. And then I was supposed to get my car serviced on Friday. Just like supposed to be regular maintenance, but ended up they found something wrong with one of my axles which needed to be repaired. So I did that. That was like another $400. Freaking car repairs are so expensive, but I do drive a lot for work. I mean, I drive, it's 160 miles one way, so I drive a lot, so my car needs to be like in tip-top shape. So that happened Friday. We went back and forth to work Saturday. Then Sunday, I was leaving the parking lot of one of the vitamin shop, and I heard this weird noise, and I wasn't sure what it was because there was like a big group of motorcycles next to me, so I was like, maybe something is happening with that. But I noticed that it stopped when I stopped, so I pulled over into the mall parking lot, which is where I was going anyway. I was going to the gym, and I got out and I looked at my car and I looked underneath, and there's a huge freaking piece of plastic hanging from the front of my car. Like, the underneath panel probably was something that they took off while they were servicing it, like had fallen down. So my plan was just to rip it off, but I couldn't get it off because it was still connected in the back. Of course, that day it was literally 102 degrees outside, which means the ground was way over that. So I'm like trying to lay on the ground to like push this back up. The ground is burning me, and luckily this nice old man like saw me struggling trying to fix my car, and he's like, ma'am, do you need some help? And so I found a towel in my trunk, and I laid it down on the ground for him, and he pushed that piece back up, and he was like, you know, did you just recently have service done? And I said, yeah. He's like, well, it looks like they didn't put any of the screws back in to hold this piece in place. Awesome. And of course it's Sunday now. All the dealerships are closed on Sundays. I don't have anyone here. My husband is gone right now at training. And it's just frustrating because my schedule is chaotic when I work. I don't have, you know, Dustin here, and I don't like to bother other people with my problems, but I'm just so frustrated at this point. And so, you know, Volkswagen, I called the roadside service and kind of told them what was going on and said, hey, you know, can you guys come fix this, or what are my options? And they're like, well, it's a third-party service company, so their only option is to tow it to the dealership. Well, that wasn't an option because I had to leave at 3:30 a.m. on Monday to go to work. So one of my friends, her boyfriend came over and crawled under there and actually just took the rest of the panel off. There was 3 of the 12 screws that I needed to hold that panel up. I only had 3. So he just took that panel off, and it was fine. So I called the dealership on Monday to kind of explain what was going on, and the service manager seemed less than helpful. Seemed less than helpful, so I was really upset about that, and I told my dad what was going on. My dad has been in the car industry for well over 20 years, probably close to 30 years, and he kind of took it up the chain for me, and so I got a call from the general manager of the dealership and the regional service manager of this area from Volkswagen. So I'm taking my car back in tomorrow morning so they can fix everything else. And oh, and then the tire pressure light came on my way to work Monday, which made it like so much better. So, just saying, when life gives you lemons, you know, normally I would want to come home and have a glass of wine and relax and maybe go get some ice cream or something like that, and just a lot of people turn to food for comfort, and right now I can't do that. So my show originally was supposed to be the show in Georgia, which was August 27th, and that has now changed. My new show date is August 13th, and it is not a WMBF show. Sorry, I had the hiccups. It is an NPC show, and it's in California. So, story behind that is, so Dustin is in Connecticut for school. Jeez, I'm so sorry. So Dustin is in Connecticut for school. He is done with that mid-July, and then he doesn't have to go back to school here in Charleston until August 29th, which would have been 2 days after my show that I had planned. Well, I've been wanting to go to wine country forever, like forever. It's something that I've been wanting to do. I love California. I've always wanted to go to wine country. And he wanted to take me, but you know, our only time to be able to go, just based on his schedule and my schedule, would have been right before my show. And you can't go to wine country and not enjoy yourself and drink wine and have all the amazing food, you know, because that wouldn't really be fun for me, and it wouldn't be fair to him either. And so what I decided to do was move my show up. So I'm competing on the 13th in Sacramento, California, which is only about an hour and a half away from where we are going to be going to wine country. So I'm competing the 13th, and then we are going to be in wine country the 14th through the 18th. And then I'm flying back to Indianapolis for one of my best friend's baby showers, staying there for a couple days, and then flying back on Sunday, which I think is the 21st or 22nd. So that is what we're doing, and it is going to be a busy 2 weeks, but I'm excited, nervous at the same time. So when I decided to make that decision, I wanted to text Travis, my macro coach, and kind of tell him what was going on and, you know, what his thoughts were. And so when I made that decision, I was 9 weeks out, and I will post what my progress pictures look like from 9 weeks out, but we decided to do it. And I will also show comparison between 9 weeks out from my last show versus 9 weeks out where I was then. And he's like, you know, we just are gonna have to push hard, and you can do this, but I think we can still bring in a better package, even moving your show up 2 weeks. And I know 2 weeks doesn't sound like a lot, but it really does. I mean, so for the last 10 days is when a lot of the little changes take place, but it makes a big difference. It's when you're tightening up, and you can't train a lot in the last 10 days because you want your muscles to be rested and not swollen. People think swollen means bigger, but that can make you hold a lot of water and make you look puffy. So you actually want to rest your muscles the last 10 days or so. So I was looking through MyFitnessPal because that's where I track my weights, and I was actually 10 pounds heavier 9 weeks out from where I was this time, which is crazy to me, because it's hard when you see yourself stage lean and you see yourself like gaining weight back. I mean, when I sent him my pictures, I believe I was only 138 pounds, which is still light for me. I mean, I pretty much maintain without trying, without counting, without doing anything, around mid 140s, maybe a little bit higher. So to maintain at 138 with coaching my macros with Travis has been awesome, but you know, I can't believe where I was 9 weeks out last time that I was 10 pounds heavier, and I still came in at my leanest ever. So to be 10 pounds lighter and have more muscle on me, I think that I'll be okay. But it makes me super nervous because the NPC is, how do I put this? Not a drug-tested organization. Meaning you can take whatever you want, you don't have to, not everybody does. But there are competitors that take performance-enhancing drugs like fat burners or steroids or things like that of that nature. And so that was one of the reasons why I went to the WNBF this year, was because I am an all-natural athlete and I wanted to be compared to all natural athletes. And the NPC is not a drug-tested organization. So this just goes to show you that I just compete for myself. I want to beat my previous self. If I was doing this to win like a career in this, I obviously wouldn't want to be jumping back and forth between organizations, because you can't, at least I don't believe so. I don't believe you can have titles in both organizations. But the WNBF, you know, you win your pro card and then you compete at the pro level. But the NPC, you qualify for nationals, then you compete in nationals, and then you know, get your pro card or something with that. So anyways, but yeah, that is what my new plans are, and I just thought I would keep you guys updated. So tomorrow I take my car back to hopefully get fixed, and I have to pack tomorrow because I'm leaving on Thursday to go to Florida. I'm driving down with one of my friends. We're gonna go visit my parents. And so yeah, I'm probably gonna end this vlog maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be able to film anything fun for you tomorrow, but I'm going to put my progress pictures and my comparisons here so you guys can see where I'm starting, and this will be the first video of my new prep series. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If there's anything in particular you want me to film, please let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.